Immediately, we knew that we had to do something, and immediately there was a huge community outreach.
The biggest challenges with the ongoing pandemic is that in-person communication is simply not possible.
We will keep learning, we will keep growing, we will keep supporting each other.
This is In the Moment with COVID-19 here in southern Minnesota. With more than 20 million children across the country that rely on free or reduced cost food programs, it truly takes a village to provide the nourishment so many of our kids need to survive and thrive as they develop and grow. The foundation of that village here in southern Minnesota is a nonprofit organization called Feed Our Community's Partners, or FOCP. Today I spoke with their marketing and communications manager, Holly Dodge, about the Backpack Food Program.
Hunger is very diverse. Hunger can affect any age, and it can look different for each individual. And a lot of our students do rely on being in school and getting that food, and they are very food insecure. And they're growing. Their brains are growing. They need adequate nutrition to thrive.
Now, normally the Backpack Food Program delivers the food directly to the area schools, and the schools provide the meals to the kiddos. However, with COVID-19, of course, all the schools are closed, but there are still 1,070 children in the Tri-County area that are relying on that food. So the program had to get innovative and fast.
What we're doing is we're actually delivering food directly to participant homes, and we've developed a no-contact procedure for doing that. With our deliveries, we used over 90 volunteers, the first deliveries that went out. And we actually set up a procedure so we would have them back up to our garage doors. We would load the food directly into their vehicle so they never even had to exit their vehicle. We also had to adjust the way that we prepare the food. So we're really trying to minimize the amount of hands that touch anything.
It was a big enough challenge for FOCP to completely reconstruct their procedures for delivering the meals. But they also recognize that because of the pandemic, what they normally provided for each meal may not be enough for the families they serve.
Due to the scope of the circumstance, families being out of work, children not having access to food due to transportation, etc., we recognized right away that families might need additional food. So that became a huge priority right away, that we wanted to supplement what we typically provide to a student with a little more substance. So what we actually did is we partnered with Wooden Spoon, and we're providing soup, chili, bread, peanut butter. We also did a food drive to get supplemental food items, entrees, things that we wouldn't normally send to a child, just to kind of alleviate some of that stress.
What other additional resources have you guys received since this thing started?
We have been just overwhelmed in the best sense of the word. Individuals, organizations, businesses, foundations, just a million different forms of support. We've had individuals donating food, money. Our volunteers are eager to help. They are just chomping at the bit to find out what they can do next and how they can serve this community. Our families are so gracious. Delivering can be really neat because, sometimes you get to see the expression on somebody's face, or as you're walking away from a door, you can hear a kid go, "Yay, it came!" So it's really heartwarming. And what we do in these programs wouldn't exist without the community. It is 100% community driven, and we see that over and over and over again. And each new obstacle that comes, our community steps up and they show up.
In this time of isolation, for the people in our region to come together and provide for those in need is what community is all about. And by giving a little, we can do a lot. Thanks to FOCP and all that support their efforts, we have prosperity where there would otherwise be desperation, and we will all benefit from that. Holly encourages anyone interested in supporting the Backpack Food Program or anyone who needs their assistance to visit them on Facebook at FOCP Backpack Food Program.